Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this meeting. My name is Egide, and in today's meeting, we are going to talk about how people can become effective managers, how managers should work effectively. So before jumping to the other points, we should first understand what is management. If we talk about people should become effective managers, what is management? So management refers to the group of people responsible for controlling and organizing a company. So you are all here as managers. You need to be effective in your works. So in today's meeting, the main purpose is to get how you can be effective managers. So quickly, in today's meeting, we are going to talk about two concepts. The first one is managerial function. The second one is management styles. By starting by managerial functions, normally a manager has 5 main functions. The first is planning. What is planning? What is included there as activities is what we are going to talk about now. Planning is an act of deciding what needs to be done or to happen in the future, and also providing the activities, strategies, or tactics about how they will be done. So that is planning. A manager should plan what needs to be done in the future and provide the strategies and also tactics about how it will be done. There are some different activities, tasks that is included in planning. First is like making a business plan. That is an activity included in planning. Making task management plan. That also another activity. Making a management plan in general. So also that is an activity that is found under planning. So as managers, you should know how to plan. Having that skill of planning is something crucial for you managers. The second managerial function is organizing. So you can ask yourself, what is organizing? Organizing is a process that involves the creation of relationship among workers and also effective use of company resources. So as manager, you will be having different resources, you will be having different activities that are requiring to use those resources. You should know how to use those resources effectively. Also, the other thing that is very important, you should create the good relationship among your employees so that they can use also those resources effectively. So there are different activities that are found under organizing, including task division, also coordinating the department, organizing it so that it will look like something that is very organized. Also, there is another which is effective use of resources, knowing how resources are being used effectively. Those are the tasks that are included under organizing. The third managerial function is called staffing. Staffing is a process of recruiting, of hiring, of job analyzing that managers should have on their workplace. It means it is in their responsibilities to recruit people. It is in their responsibilities to hire people with the skills that are corresponding to the available job positions. So you can ask yourself, what are some activities that are found under staffing function? So hiring employees is the first activity as a manager that can be found under staffing. The second is recruiting the employees, of course, those employees should have the corresponding skills to the available job position. So those are the main activities that are found under staffing. So a good manager should also have these staffing skills. Then the fourth skill, the fourth managerial function is leading. In our daily life, we live in societies, we live in communities, we have people who are representing us, we have leaders, each society have leader. So also in management, a manager should have leading skills. This you can ask yourself, what is it? Leading skill, leading function, it is an act of identifying what needs to be done in a situation and getting people to do it. So as I have told you, in a society there should be some situations that require us to put effort together. You need someone who will be organizing, who will be leading you so that you can handle the situation. You need someone who will be signing a tasks, who will be coordinating how each and every task is being done. So that is a leader. So as managers, you need to have these leading skills. So the fifth, which is last managerial function, is controlling. Controlling is continuous process of evaluating how the other functions have been working, if they were successful. So if they were successful in the set strategies, means it is evaluating the company's progress, company's improvement, whether the set strategies, the set objectives, the set tactics are successfully giving the good result. If not, you need to change, you need to adjust those strategies, those set goals. So all those are found under controlling. Specifically under controlling, you can see some tasks like comparing the current performance of our company with the previous performance. So if you set the objectives, if you set the goals, you need to evaluate if they are being successful. So that's how you can evaluate their performance. Also, you can, under controlling, you can see adjusting the set goals as another activity. So as you are evaluating the progress, you can see maybe some tactics are not working well, you need to adjust. You can see maybe the set goals are hard to achieve, you need to adjust. All those are being done under control. So as managers, you need to have those 5 managerial functions. You need to know how each and everything is being done. You need to know how each and every managerial function is working, so that you can be effective managers. I hope from this seminar, from this training, you will be good managers. I hope so. So now let's talk about the second concept. As I promised you, I say that we are going to deal with 2 concepts. The first was managerial functions, and now let's talk about management styles. Generally, there are three management styles. The first is directing. What does it mean, directing? Directing means the manager is giving the instructions to the employees about what to do, how to do it, and also the due time when to do it. So that is directing. The manager is directing the employees how to do those things, and also giving the due time. So here we can take a scenario so that we can understand well how directing is working. So we can say John is a worker in Sports of Hopes Worldwide, and the manager told him, "Hey John, I want you to make a report from the last meeting, and the report is due 10th December 2016. Also make sure you include all points that we discussed about during that meeting." You see, now the manager is directing John how the things that should be included in the report. This management style, I mean directing, has some weaknesses and also strengths. The first weakness is complex direction. Sometimes we are not clear about what we are saying. The manager should not be they were clearing what is giving the employee. So in that case, the employee will be confused about what to do. So that is a weakness. The other weakness is working under pressure. If you are giving me the due time, of course I will work under pressure. That is the weakness. So the other weakness is about limited chance to ask. So if you are giving you due time, I will not get enough time to ask you questions, to ask you for help. So this is the other weakness. The strengths, there is everyone is assigned to the tasks. Also, the workers are engaged so that they can meet deadlines. That's the strength. The other one is learning through listening. This is the other strength. The employees will be getting the learning skills. So the other one is rewarding and recognition for following directions. Every employee will be motivated to hear what is the manager is saying so that they can complete successfully their assigned tasks. So that is the first management style, which is called directing. As you understood, there are some weaknesses and strengths. So as a manager, you need to know how directing is working. The second management style is called discussing. Discussing, it is an act of discussing, of course, between managers and employees about problems, any issue to be solved in the company. This style promotes learning through interaction between managers and employees. Let's take an example. Here I have a scenario. The manager at Spokes of Hopes Worldwide called John to join him in his office, and they can talk about how he's going to make the report for the last meeting. So in this case, in this scenario, you are understanding that the manager is calling John to join him in an office. Then they have a discussion about how to make a report. During this discussion, John, as an employee, will be able to ask clarifying questions, will be able to give his suggestions, but also the employee will be giving the suggestions, also recommending to what John should do. Then you understand that there will be a discussion between manager and an employee. So this management style, discussing, has also weaknesses and strengths. The first weakness is that time consumption. So they will, in order to come up with a conclusion, it takes a long time. The employee is giving suggestions, the manager also gives a suggestions. To come up with a conclusion will take a long time. The other weakness is fear of expressing the ideas. There are some people who are not able to express their ideas when they are in front of their bosses. So such people will be undermined. It will be a problem for them to express themselves. So that is another weakness. Apart from weaknesses, there are strengths. The first strength is that the employees will get chance of asking clarifying questions. If the manager is not clear, the employee will get chance to ask, what do you mean by this and this? So that is a chance, that is a strength. The other strength is that the employees are involved in decision making. So whenever the employee is not understanding what you are telling him, we ask and then give suggestions so that can have common understanding and then common decision. So there is also collaborative skill. There will be, if we are collaborating, managers and employees, of course we are gaining the skills of collaboration. So those are strengths and weaknesses of discussing as management style. So as a manager, you need to know how to use these and the different, its weaknesses and strengths so that can be effective managers. So let's talk about the third management style. It is called delegating. Delegating. So delegating simply means a manager assigns tasks to the employees, either work on them independently or in small groups. So in this case, the manager is delegating people to work on certain tasks, either independently or in small groups. So here we have a scenario that can help us to understand how delegating is working. The first is this scenario means the manager told the employees, of course in the same company, Sports of Hopes Worldwide, then he said, John, you are going to make a report. Then he called another employee, Egide, you are going to finalize the other document talking about our financial transactions. Then he called Solomon, you are going to supervise, to give the training to those new employees so that I can be aware about how we are doing. So this manager is delegating. There are many tasks to be. There is giving training, there is finalizing a financial document, there is also making a report. The manager is delegating each and everyone to specific tasks. So you see, that's how delegating works. So it has also strengths and weaknesses as other management styles. Let's start by weaknesses. There is schedule conflict. The manager might delegate an activity to the other person who has other responsibilities. So it will be conflicting to the schedule. Also, there is competition among employees. So if I'm delegated to complete the report, I need to be the first person who completed my task, the other one. So there is high competition among employees. Time consuming. People will concentrate on their tasks. They will not get enough time to collaborate. So if I don't know how to do something, I will concentrate on it so that I can finish it. So I will be struggling. It is time consumption instead of asking for help. So those are weaknesses. Strengths, there is leadership skills. If I'm the one to work on this, I will know how to do it. There is also taking responsibilities. So it's my own task. I have been delegated to make a report. So it's my task as an employee. No one also else that I am expecting to ask help from. So I need to take the responsibilities of completing my report. Also, there is communication skills. If I'm delegating, we have common understanding. So you go to work on your assigned task. That is communication skills. Also, there is what we can call asking follow-up questions. If I'm asked to make a report, I need to ask all follow-up questions so that till I make a report as I was asked. So thank you so much for attending for this seminar. I'm sure that after leaving here, we are going to be effective managers. We are going to have planning skills, management, leadership skills. So apply all those managerial functions in order to be a good manager. In addition, remember to use those free management styles, which is discussing, delegating, and also directing. So that's how we can become effective managers. Thank you so much.